All right, y'all, let's get straight into it. Hey, man, welcome to the Throwdown, man. Hey, man, welcome to the Throwdown, man, episode 182. I'm your host, Ben Brandon from the block. Everyone to call me, man. Here with another episode. Hey, man, we're doing an NFL current draft tonight. We're going to talk about some other current events that have been happening in the NFL. Yo, Champ, what's going on?
Hey, good to be back on the Throwdown, man, and great to be here, man. Always a privilege, a pleasure, and an honor to be on a show with some of the greatest minds of sports, man. So always good to be here, man. Thanks for inviting me, Brandon.
For sure. What's going on, bro?
Nothing much. Just glad that I nailed my St. John's pick right on the head, saying that they were overrated as shit. But other than that, life is good.
Okay. Yo, Karen, what's going on?
I'm good. It's been a while since I've been on Brandon's podcast, so I'm glad to be back. So, yep.
For sure. Yo, what's going on BRF?
Nothing much, man. Nothing much. I figured what the hell. I ain't doing nothing. I'll come on and jump in. How y'all brothers doing?
Doing good. Maddie, last but certainly not least, Maddie, what's going on?
Oh, it's good.
Bro, is that DeMontis Sabonis in a wanted picture?
Yeah. That's his goat. That's his goat.
Crazy work.
Hey man, this legend, bro. Respect the name.
What a bum.
So in the free agency started. Well, it kind of ended. There's still some free agents out there like Aaron Rodgers, Stephon Diggs, Nick Chubb, all them type people. But I just want to hear from y'all right now. Which team do you think will be much more improved next season? Champ, I'm gonna start with you.
I gotta say Chicago. They went out and they addressed all of the needs that they needed as far as the offensive line is concerned. They got a very, very underrated free agent signing as far as graded. Maddie, where's your damn hair, man?
Oh no, it's all gone.
Bro has the Mac Miller look.
That's not Maddie. That's Miss Miller. What the hell going on?
Wait, hold on.
No, that ain't Mac.
No,
that ain't
right,
Mac. That ain't Mac. That ain't Mac. That's Lot. That's what that is.
That's Matt Miller. It's Mac Miller's cousin.
Hold on. Champ will like this one.
Matty Ice.
Damn, you must have went to a black barbershop with that age up, bro. I'm gonna just be real with you.
Bro looks like he's ready to go.
Wild,
He done went from Maddie to Craig Haywood. That's just good, bro. That's good.
Boy, Maddie look like he about to go in. Maddie look like he about to go in the booth and re-record Black Spider-Man right now.
We're not talking about this, bro.
PSP, that's crazy.
Really? Because I think he's ready to ship off the basic.
PSP, that's crazy.
Wow,
I just put my camera on. I didn't mean to interrupt Champ's entire monologue. My bad.
but back to the mission at hand. I have to say Chicago. Now, this is the second year in a row that they won the all-season Super Bowl. To be honest with you, they won last year with all of the free agent signings they did then, and getting the pieces that they did. But they truly won when they signed and traded for the offensive line that they did, especially with Joe Thuney, and when they got Grady Jarrett is a very much an underrated signing. I think that he's going to do a hell of a job on Montez Sweat and that defensive line. And for people who are saying that Grady Jarrett is washed, you obviously did not watch the Falcons last year. Just being weird. I'm a hardcore Falcons fan. Grady Jarrett was doing a darn good job. So I have to say Chicago at this point. A close second will have to be the Commanders because they went out and they got Laramie Tunsil and Debo Samuels, and the draft is not even here. They do, huh?
They got Laramie Tunsil, who?
And Debo Samuel. So
who's that?
Go away. But they went out there and got Debo Samuel. But the thing is, look, Debo is not going to be the number one target. He's not going to be targeted as the number one like he was in San Francisco. Everybody knows that he's the second. But I believe that the Laramie Tunsil signing is going to do good. And Cliff Kingsbury is going to know how to use Debo Samuels in this offense as well. So I think he's done a good job there. So, hey.
Yeah, still don't know who that is.
I mean, look, you probably still mad at a certain person who said he was a number one receiver, but I digress on that. But
hey, all I'm gonna say is this, bro. I know before we get to BRF, I already know this gonna be one of them episodes, bro. For laughing, I ain't gonna lie, cause this is hilarious. I'm gonna keep it on. But Champ, we got anything else to say? Before we move on to
oh man, look, like I said, the Commanders did a good job on their free agency and their offseason. Chicago arguably had the best. And look, regardless of what people are saying, I know that they re-signed Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, but I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. The Bengals may have came out for the worst if they can't get their defensive line.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just be real because how many times have we seen high-power offenses with no defenses not make it that far? Hell, we saw the greatest example that I can give someone, especially, and this is kind of like parallel to their situation right now. 1981 Chargers. They had the highest score offense in the league, and their best pass rusher was Fred Dean. Never forget it. The best pass rusher was Fred Dean. We get rid of Fred Dean. He goes to the San Francisco 49ers and wins the Super Bowl. That offense was the highest scoring offense ever during that point in time. But they didn't have any defense, so they lost a lot of games that they should have won. And that's what happens when you have no defense. And you're about to lose your best pass rusher on a defense that was mediocre at best. So although everybody is saying that I admire them for bringing that whole core back together because they did the same thing that the Indianapolis Colts did with bringing back, Reggie Wayne and Marvin Harrison for all those years. But the difference between them and Indianapolis, they actually had good defensive players as well. They had Cato June. They had Marcus Washington. Right. They had White Freeman. They had Robert Mathis, Nick Harper, all of those guys. They had great defensive players. This team is mediocre at best, and now you're in danger of your best pass rusher really holding out and getting traded at this point. So where do you go from here? It's only so much offense that you can put on the field at a certain point. It's only so much offense that you can put on the field. And if you saw any evidence of that in modern day time, look what happened with Matt Ryan in 2018. We had a hell of an offense. Calvin Ridley, Mohamed Sanu, Julio Jones, just to name a few. But guess what? Our defense couldn't draw mud. So the only thing we came up with is hurt. End up going 9-7 with Matt Ryan having an MVP caliber season. So who came out for the worst, although they signed their core, was the Cincinnati Bengals.
Go ahead, bro.
Well, this is what I got.
That's
because we say all these things because there was, goddamn, the amount of examples. Like I'll use the 2011 Dream Team Eagles as an example. The Bears last year, where on paper they look like the most improved, but then they don't do shit on the field. Like the Bears, they brought in all these guys. Bears are gonna bear. We already know it. Like I like the Ben Johnson signing, I do, but Bears, they're gonna bear. Washington, good trade to get Jaden Daniels, an offensive lineman. Michael Gallup doesn't really move me. Neither is bro that's 0-2 in the Super Bowl. His name's not clicking right now, but bro who's 0-2 in the Super Bowl, he doesn't move me that trade. But it's more of I want to see how these teams play with one another before I genuinely say that, oh, this team is projected to be the most improved.
Right. Okay. Hey, Kieran, who you got?
I know the obvious answer would be the Bears because they got like Ben, but I'm gonna go another route. I'm going with the Raiders. I don't even expect them to make the playoffs at all. They actually have a competent quarterback now, and he's playing with a better offensive line than he did last year. And also, they got Pete Carroll, who's a great players coach.
Right.
He's always a great players coach. Remember the year that Geno Smith was projected to be the starting quarterback, and they won 9 games. So they definitely have a 4 with Pete Carroll and Geno Smith. Mm-hmm. I'm not expecting them to go anything crazy, but they're definitely getting more than 4 wins. I'll tell you that right now. I could see them getting 8 or 9. I'm going to be honest. And they might not have the most talented team. It'll just be a carry job, really. But
I bet. Hey, LB, who you got?
Well, for the sake of this conversation, we kind of have to talk about, even though we can talk about like, we see it all the time. These teams improve in the offseason and don't do anything in the regular season. We kind of have to talk about these teams and what they did in the offseason until the regular season get here. So, yeah. I mean, right now you have to look at Chicago. You have to look at Washington. I do like Kieran's answer with the Raiders, particularly them, getting Geno and Pete Carroll then, because if anything, they have a little more stability at 2 of the more important spots on your team, and at the head coach and the quarterback. There's a little more stability. I mean, yeah, there's no guarantees they're going to get to the playoffs, but I mean, we're not really thinking about that right now. We're just in March. We're still a long ways away, and I mean, we still got the NFL draft, so we're ways to go. But I mean, looking at, but at the same time, looking at Chicago, I mean, getting Joe Thuney, and people can say, oh, do I feel like they overpaid Drew Dalman? Yeah, I feel like they overpaid Drew Dalman, but I mean, the market showed like there wasn't a lot of centers available at the time. Drew Dalman was the best available center because there weren't that many out there. I mean, and as a Falcons fan, don't get me wrong, he had ups and he had downs, and believe me, he had some downs. But for the most part, he was a decent center for the most part. He was for the most part last year. He was a decent center. So, I mean, you kind of have to look at it from that perspective. I definitely like what Washington did as well. I love them picking up Laramie Tunsil, being able to protect Jaden Daniels' blind side. Being able to protect Jaden Daniels' blind side. I definitely like that move a lot. And even though Broad won't say his name, I'll say his name. I'm going to give Deebo Samuel the doubt that he's going to get himself in shape and have himself ready for 2025. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt, because we can talk about Deebo Samuel all he wants. All we can talk about him.
That's who we're talking about. We're talking about the running back. That's right.
Well, you know what? If they're gonna use him in the same context that they were using him in San Francisco, I don't mind the pickup. He's actually a really good pickup if they're going to use him like that, as long as he's motivated, because he can still catch the ball, he can still run the ball. He's going to do everything at a pretty good level, as long as he's as long as he's not within his own head and getting in his own head and playing like crap. So don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. He disappointed last year, but I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt that he's going to come in this season with a chip on the shoulder. He's going to play pretty well this season for Washington, and it's the Jaden Daniels effect. Let's keep it real. You got a quarterback even though teams are going to have film on Jaden Daniels after a year playing, it's the Jaden Daniels effect. You see a guy as electrifying and as talented as he is, receivers like that, and they gravitate towards that, and they go to teams like that, and they want to play. And usually a lot of times they play at a high level. So don't be shocked if, even though we're making fun of Deebo Samuel right now, don't be shocked if he has a bounce back year with Jay Adams as a quarterback. Just don't be shocked. But I will say,
2 in the Super Bowl with Washington, like you did with the Niners.
we're not talking about that. We're talking about right now. We talking about now. Y'all just want to get on the man just to get on him. Y'all just want to get on him just to get on him. We ain't talking about that. We talking about what he gonna do for Washington in the season coming up. I'm just saying, don't be shocked if he has a good year.
Yeah, no, BRF. That's what I'm talking about. He's gonna lead them to 2 Super Bowls. Shit the bed in both games. They lose both.
We don't even know if he's gonna get into. We don't even know if he's gonna get into a Super Bowl yet. I just want to see him play well first.
I know Brandon like that.
I just want to see him have a bounce back season to play well first. So I'm just saying, don't be shocked. But I will say, looking at all of the acquisitions, I do feel like Chicago did the most to improve. They do have to go out there and show it. But I mean, we're talking about teams and what they did to improve their stock going into the future, going into 2025. I think right now you have to say the Chicago Bears.
All right. Hey, Maddie, who's your most improved team?
Mac Miller.
Well,
Chill, damn.
my most improved team, I would say, I mean, it's the basic answer. I think they addressed all those needs that they had. Offensive line was bad. You bring in Jonah Jackson, who's just a Pro Bowler 2 years ago. You bring in Joe Tooney, one of the best in the game. You signed Drew Dalman to a very good contract. It's like I think it's like 13.5 per year for 3 years. So like that's very team friendly, and looking at the market, that's kind of right where you need that to be. So he's not eating up any cap space really, and he's one of the best game, and that's exactly what they're going to need next year, because they're the interior of that offensive line was just not good last year. And they quickly went from like a bottom 5 offensive line to probably a top 5 offensive line. But you know what? Maybe they might not be the most improved, but I would say Minnesota is a team that nobody's really talking about. Like, they brought in guys for the line and the biggest thing for me is you were able to keep Brian Flores for another year, probably one of the 5 best defensive coaches in the league. And, you know, a lot of people were expecting to get a head coaching job. He just didn't. So, yeah, I would say Minnesota and Chicago are the main 2.
All right, bet. What's going on, Leaf?
Nothing, man. My bracket's done blown up, man. So I'm back up in here, bro. So
Facts.
all my brackets got blown up. All 85 of them.
Oh yeah. But hey, man, who's the team that you think is gonna be most improved this year coming into the season?
Well, I can't say my own because I don't know what the hell we did or didn't do, or I guess we went into the draft or whatever the case may be. But I'll be honest with you, I might go out on a limb. I really want to see what Justin Fields is gonna do on the Jets. That was a pretty interesting signing. That was an interesting signing because I think I think like he's been like kind of casted out. I thought he was going to have a major role in Pittsburgh. I know Karen probably got something to say about that, man. I don't necessarily know, but I really want to see what he's going to do on the Jets, bro. Like, I'll be honest with you. That's going to be interesting. I don't give a damn about Chicago. I don't give a damn about Minnesota, even though they have Brian Flores. They're going to be annoying. We're still going to be young, but yeah, I really want to see what he's going to do. Seattle disappointed me, because they allowed themselves to get robbed by Sam Darnold. There was no way he was supposed to get the money here that he got. No way. They've just allowed themselves to get robbed. That organization, they need some soul searching for real, man, because that's ridiculous.
Sound like someone.
But
2014.
Hey, Brandon. Hey.
yeah, but I really want to see what Justin Fields is gonna do this year. So I don't really have a set team yet, but I really want to see what Justin Fields is gonna do this year.
It's also like
For sure.
Still got the draft, and not every free agent signed yet, so a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Also,
every free agent that signs is going to make the team anyway.
That's true, but also there's a lot of rumors during draft time, so like a big star might get traded. So we'll never know, but
maybe.
Right.
I'm expecting.
Go ahead, Karen.
I'm expecting Brandon Ayuk to get traded.
All right.
Cook, we need the Niners downfall. We need it. But anyways, I want to get into this interesting convo, and I'm glad the Unks here, Champ, BRF, Leaf. I'm glad they're here. So there's been a viral video of Jaden Daniels and Juju that was talking at the game, college game, and all of a sudden the mom came in out of nowhere and sat in the middle of them. So I just want to hear from y'all, man. What was your thoughts on this, man? What was your thoughts on this? Whoever want to start.
Look.
It wasn't his mama.
First of all, look. First of all, Jaden Daniels, mama, if you watching this, hey, come down to Georgia, holler at your boy, number one. Boy, number one.
I was waiting on it. Boy, y'all can tell me that one predictable. I was waiting on that.
So, hey,
if you want to be the gold digger stepdaddy to Jaden Daniels,
hey, no, I don't know. I just want his mama. You know what I'm saying? That's it. I don't want things. I just
Hey, hold up. Y'all gonna leave that alone. Y'all gonna leave that alone. That was innocent, bro.
His mama. That's it.
Mama, hold up. Champ, you know that was innocent. Come on now. Like, come on now. Like,
look, wait a minute.
Mom's already knew what was going on. Nah. But I'm gonna just say this. Mom's already knew what was going on. She knew the cameras was there, and she already know, like, all right, yo, if USC lose, my son is gonna get blamed for it. That's what she already knew. That was, at least that's what I can contract from that, bro. Like, so I can't, like, it was innocent. It was nothing going on. That girl is 19 years old. I get it, man. She over 18, but she 19 years old. She's trying to get her education. She's good. She's good-hearted. She might be in a position to be one of the best female athletes when it's all said and done. That's what she's gonna be in position to be. So I don't really think Jaden. That was innocent, bro. I ain't see it as nothing, bro. Everybody trying to blow it up. I'm not doing that, bro. Jaden Moms is the real MVP, man, because she already seen them cameras, and she already knew what was going on. So she took action.
Man, Leaf, listen, Leaf.
That was innocent, bro.
For the younger generation, I just want to put this out there. Let Jaden Daniels cook, bro. Just let
he wasn't trying. Hold on, wait, Brandon. He wasn't.
Get Juju.
Hold on.
Wait, Leaf. Let me look. I understand what you're saying, but I'm gonna tell you just like this. You know how the internet is. I said this in my video that I posted earlier. You know how the internet is. The minute that those two start dating, some idiot or on the dark side of TikTok are gonna say, "Don't you think that's kind of creepy? He's 24, she's 19." You know that already.
Yeah, I know that. I'm aware of that.
And I'm aware of that. And that's probably exactly what she's thinking as well, his mom.
So yeah, of course that is.
You got to think about all of that. My thing is, people are getting onto her. Wait a minute, Lee. People are getting onto her case because, boy moms are very, very weird. Look, I'm trying to protect my son's reputation. Can you imagine? Let me ask y'all something real quick. I'm going to just be real. Can you imagine a dude in the army, I will say. I just use it as an example. He dating a college student that's 19 years old or he's 21. Do you realize how much backlash that will cause? You can't get a woman your age. You can't do. You have to think about what's happening in the real world and perception. People are gonna say that. And to the same idiots that's on the internet saying, you know, his mom is being too hands-on. That girl is 19. He's 24.
That's what I was saying. That's and
think about that for a second.
Champ, you hit everything on the money. That like me and you both sharing the same idea. But all I was just saying, bro, like everything that was happening in that moment, it was innocent. Like it was like
it was innocent. But the thing is, you got to think about the perception. The thing is, we view it as innocent. But like I said, I'm gonna just be real. It's kind of like when you're driving and your mom tell you drive carefully, son, every single day. Your mom, your dad, whoever. And your mom knows that you drive like a grandpa. Your mom knows that you drive 35 miles per hour in a 35 mile per hour zone. And you know she tells you, and your dad tells you every day, yeah, I know you drive like your granddaddy. But guess what? I'm worried about that dumb fool who gonna come down the street going 1,000,000 miles per hour. Tell me you haven't heard that before.
Champ, why you do that to me, bro? I feel like I'm looking in the mirror right now, listening to you talk, man. That's me in a nutshell, bro.
Hey, am I lying? Did I lie? The thing is, no, you're not worried about
you literally described me just then. That's how I know you're not lying. You literally talked about me just.
Exactly. The thing is, you can sit around here and say, oh, this is innocent. But the thing is, the internet is ruthless.
It is.
The internet is very ruthless.
You're worried about
I ought to know because I can
going to come right after that young man. And the thing is, in this day and age, you cannot wait for. I'm gonna tell you something. You cannot look how they treated. Look how they treated Travis Hunter. Look how they treated Angel Reese.
Yeah.
Look how they treated Xavier Worthy when he was the one that got assaulted.
Yeah.
She's worried about the rest of the idiots out here that is going to say something on the internet. That's what she's worried about. So although it could have been an innocent conversation, blah, 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 she's worried about the look of it. That's just the thing. I wouldn't blame him. Guess what? That young lady is 19. He's 24. How does that look like in the real world? And you know some dumb idiot, you know some picklehead gonna say something. Don't you think that's kind of creepy? Like, shut up, dude. Like, the thing is, and yeah, it's gonna cause a stir. And she's trying not to make it get into a stir. And you know about these little sports curses or whatever. And like I forget who just said, you know about these sports curses. Remember when Common started dating Serena Williams, she didn't win nothing. He didn't want to be involved in sports curses either. So yeah, it's a whole lot of crap that whatever came wrong will go wrong. And I'm thinking that's exactly what she's protecting them from. And guess what? Look, until you have overprotective parents, until you have real parents like I have and like I've had, until you have real parents like that will do anything to protect you, you don't know the meaning of the word protection. Because guess what? When I was 21 years old doing stupid crap, my mom used to call me every single day when I was in the army saying, don't do stupid crap, dummy. So that's the thing. Your parents are going to look at you no matter what age you are. And for the idiots who keep saying his parents are too involved, y'all are the same idiots that criticize Deion Sanders. Y'all are the same idiots that criticize LeVar Ball. Y'all are the same idiots that criticize every last one of these young men's fathers that are involved in their life and their sports figure. And now you're criticizing somebody's mom. So guess what? Until you've had parents that actually give a damn, don't say anything about anybody else's parents. Nobody can help that your dumb ass was underparented.
Wow. Yeah, shut up, dork.
Well, champ. See, like difference in this situation. They both about to be. She's about to be a professional athlete, and he's already one, obviously. And they both in the mainstream media like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it's not like. I give you a perfect example. Simone Biles and buddy that played for
Jonathan
the Texans, but
he's a
you're right. So yeah, you're right. So my thing is that I think, listen, his mom's already knew what the TikTok was, and everything that you said was on the money. But I'm gonna just be cordial about this. I ain't gonna mention what the internet will do, and this, that, and the third, because I already know what they're gonna do. I already know how they're gonna, like, the urban side of the internet is gonna be like, oh, black love and this, that, and the third, and everything, and then the other side is gonna be like, all right, all the negative stuff that we don't want to hear. So, I mean, I kind of just left it alone, man. I ain't gonna really put no hands on it, man. I just saw it as innocent. I mean, she got she's on her way to making history. He was about to make history. I mean, he was on his way to about to make history with the Washington Commanders. So I mean, they both doing great. I mean, I'm gonna leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? But it's innocent, man. I ain't gonna I know what the internet to do. We all know, champ.
Exactly.
We all know what it is.
For sure.
But yeah,
I'm gonna leave it at that.
Hey, Broad,
she's not eligible.
Yeah, Broad, what's your thoughts on this?
I mean, I haven't paid that much attention to it, so I don't necessarily. I think I would like to understand the context better.
Yeah, that's why.
More of like they're kind of just like talking about any other shit. Like, oh, like she could just be asking him for advice. Like, oh, hey, like I still got 2 years for the WNBA draft, but like when I get there, is there any like would you recommend this person to work with? Would you recommend like were they talking business?
Yeah, that's valid.
Is it flirting and then is mom's kind of in the right, or is it kind of just like she didn't understand exactly what they were talking about and now it's kind of awkward?
Right. Okay. Hey Kieran, what's your thoughts, man?
I want to know more about the story, but before I have a comment, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. So yeah, I really got nothing for you guys. I found about the story like today. So
same here.
Okay. BRF, I know you got some stuff to say.
Well, okay. I look at it like this. Juju could have been the exact same age as Jaden Daniels. I think Mama would have done the same thing in that scenario. I don't think it really would have mattered how old she was. I think Mom would have done the same thing and sat in between them, because I mean, and I think something came out. She died, like she said, like regardless of what's been going on. I mean, we don't, and yeah, I definitely do want more context to the situation, but just looking at it from her perspective, like she said, like she just wants him like focus on his career right now. She ain't worried about, like, she wants him, be single, worried about his career right now, trying to, wanting to get better and everything. And I can completely understand from the mom perspective, because she sees these young guys, they get this money, they get this fame, and they have like no idea what to do with it. And then they're just constantly messing up to a point where either they're out of the league or they're broke, one or two or both. So, I mean, she's seen it happen like on way too many occasions, and she's read the stories and all that, and she don't want Jaden Daniels to end up like that. And I completely understand. But I do agree from the standpoint that I do feel like it wasn't that bad. I think a lot of, because I mean, the internet's going to do what they do, and they're going to blow any and everything they get out of proportion. Like you give them the old saying, you give them an inch, they'll take a mile. That's what the internet does on a consistent basis. I mean, it's like that every hour on the hour. They see any little thing, they're going to find a way to stretch the daylight of it. That's what the internet does. So I definitely don't think it's that big a deal issue. But I mean, Champ made a lot of good points as far as, she saw the writing on the wall and she knew what was about to go down. So I completely understand where Champ was coming from too, because he's right on that. So although I do want more context, I do want some context. But at the same time, it's like, I don't think it really would have mattered who was sitting in that other seat. His mama would have done the same thing regardless who was sitting in that other seat. It wouldn't have mattered who. It could have been it could have been someone even more famous than Juju Watkins sitting beside him. His mama probably would have done the exact same thing. Because I mean, that's a mom. I mean, she cares about her son. That's what she's gonna do. I don't think it was necessarily no shade on Juju. I personally don't think it was. I mean, I want the context, but I don't think it's no shade on Juju. It's just one of those things where she kind of she's, from her perspective, she just wants her son to focus right now. So I completely get where she's coming from too. But I mean, yeah, I mean, they hit the nail on the head when they're talking about the internet and how they're just like, like they say the internet may be undefeated, but the internet is like one of the most evil places on earth. So you just have to really be careful, and you have to just watch your step at all times, because the minute they see something, oh, that's it. They gonna find a way to stretch it.
I do want to say this though, because you did say some really good points, but I think it also there's a certain where she wants him to like focus, and she knows she's aware of this shit. But I don't think she wants Jaden to end up like Shannon Sharp, who was way too hyper focused on his career to be with any woman whatsoever. I think at some point in the future, she would want him to settle down and give her grandbabies.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, now I agree with you there. Absolutely. Absolutely. I do feel what you're saying on that. I agree with you there.
Wouldn't a lot of moms want that though? Like for their kid? Like that.
I mean, hell, you got to get through that first contract first. I'm trying to get you that first 300 mil, then I can step out the way and you can do what you need to do. By that time, you 26, 27 years old, you're on that second contract. Now it's officially time for me to step back. But guess what? I mean, to your point, Shannon Sharp already has kids. They already grown. So you're able to be hyper-focused on your career at a certain point in your life.
Yeah, no, I didn't think he didn't have.
Yeah, he has two girls and a son. Yeah, so guess what? Yeah. And the thing is, now it's the time. Now it's the perfect time to be hyper-focused on your career, because guess what, man? Ain't nothing but money out here, bro. I'm just being real. So now you're trying to get on that second contract, trying to get them endorsements, trying to keep this wholesome image and everything in order to make sure that you don't blow it. Because guess what? Look, this is not the old NFL. Back in the day when I was coming up, when I was a kid, in the old NFL, guys could get in trouble and it's forgiven. Guys could go out here and do stuff, it's forgiven. But guess what? This is the age of the internet, and they will nail your behind to the cross and light it on fire. I mean, with you on there. So guess what? Look, and it started with Ray Rice. So guess what? They will if you look, in the great words of my father, if you do so much as wipe your behind sideways in the NFL or in the public eye nowadays, they will get you and they will eat you alive. So yeah, that's all that is. Trying to be extra careful, because like I said, once you're in the public eye, if they see you eating the damn sneaker ball wrong, hey man, what wrong with him? Motherfucker, I'm just eating the sneaker ball. What are you talking about? Right. Like, really? I'm just eating. So yeah, so it's just like
you say a Snickers candy bar.
Yeah, I'm just eating. What's wrong with him? You know, it ain't like I'm out here having these epic crash outs on the internet. I'm just eating. So it's just, if you do the slightest thing, and like I said, she's trying to make sure that slip up doesn't happen. Granted, you can make a bunch of small mistakes outside of the public eye. Like we all know that LeBron James had got that speeding ticket, back in the day where he was doing 90 in the 70 zone and he got a speeding ticket, but that's as far as it went. Other than that, he was squeaky clean. But yeah, and there's a lot of money to be made off that squeaky clean image. Look at Michael Jordan. Look at Dwayne Gretzky. Look at LeBron James. So that's the whole thing. Hell, even look at Patrick Mahomes, the face of the league right now. So yeah, there's a lot of money to be made on this squeaky clean image. They're not trying to mess it up. And guess what, man? Look, let's get you on that second contract first before you start venturing out of here, mess around with these Instagram models or even these basketball players. Because guess what? Like I said, one slip and a big part of that contract ain't gonna be there no more if you get my drill.
For sure. All right, y'all. We go move on, man. I got one more guest coming in about 2 minutes. But before he gets here, I just want to do one start bits cut today because I want to get to this current draft. Let's do the first one. Deshaun Watson, Cam Newton, and Andrew Luck. Start bench cut. Who do y'all got?
Man. I'm starting Hard Luck Duck.
Yeah, same.
I'm starting Hard Luck Duck. I mean, he did it without a line. I mean, that's just, we can just pretty much stop it right there.
Yeah, I mean, he literally had all minus rushing ability, obviously. He pretty much had all the elements and mechanics to be one of the greatest quarterbacks that we've ever seen, but his body betrayed him.
Yes.
He was actually a good runner as well, though. He was actually a pretty good runner. He just wasn't asked to do it as much.
It's not like a Cam, but it's not. Speaking of which, Cam Newton.
He not the ability of the other two, but he was pretty good.
And let's not forget that major comeback that he had against the Houston Texans, man, where he recovered the ball and ran it in the end zone.
That was the Chiefs.
That was the Chiefs. Excuse me. Thank you for correcting me, bro. I appreciate it, bro.
I was about to bring up the Chiefs wild card comeback.
Yeah, that comeback was epic.
Who's your bench cut?
The benching. Oh, this is a tough one, but I'm taking Scam Cam. I'm taking Scam Cam because he single-handedly carried that offense without hardly any skill position players, with the exception of Greg Olsen. So for you to although he didn't win the Super Bowl, that was single-handedly one of the greatest carry jobs that we've ever seen. And the thing is, we know it was a carry job because we brought that up for Jaden Daniels as well. You know, if he would have took them to the Super Bowl, it would have been the greatest carry job. Hell, we were talking about that carry job that he did we was relating that to the Josh Allen, if he was able to get to the Super Bowl. It was a carry job for the ages. Like I said, he had a hell of a defense. You know, he had Thomas Jones, Luke Kuechly, Charles Johnson, a lot of those guys on the defensive side, and even for that one magical year, you know, Josh Norman. But as far as offensive skill position players, his best wide receiver weapon was Kevin Benjamin, and he got injured that year. And he was a biscuit away from being my size. So that just goes to show you what he had at the wide receiver position. But he was a biscuit away from being my size. So guess what? That's what Kevin Benjamin was. So hey, you know, I mean, hey, don't scratch your teeth at me. Hell, Booger McFarland said the same thing. He was a biscuit away from being a tight end.
Away from being a tight end.
Yeah, so it wasn't no secret to nobody, but the best carry job I've ever seen, carrying your team to the Super Bowl without hardly any skill position. I mean, no breakout wide receivers. You had your tight end who was your best friend, the rushing game, you know, which D'Angelo, I mean, I think it was.
I'm going to pull a Kieran. The disrespect for the GOAT Jonathan Stewart is crazy.
You know, but Jonathan Stewart, but you know. But as far as that,
like Tolbert.
Yeah, but as far as that entire team, that was a carry job. Mike Tolbert and those guys were good, but those guys wasn't Adrian Peterson or even a Michael Turner at that point. So yeah, so
that is receiving core a good old Philly Brown and Ted Ginn Jr.
Wow. Hey, but bro, who you got, man?
I mean, same as Champ. I'm starting Andrew Luck. I'm benching Cam Newton, and Diddy, get the fuck out of my team.
All right. Hey, Kieran, who you got?
I'm starting Luck for sure. I think out of the three, he was definitely the most talented passer. Yes, and it's unfortunate because we forget how good Andrew Luck was, but I feel like he could have been a top 8 quarterback ever because he had all the tools to be that good. He just wasn't that because I just think the organization failed him. They didn't run the line until like year 6 when they drafted Quentin Nelson, right? Year 6 or 7.
Yeah.
So I got to go with Andrew Luck because I do think 2014 Luck, 2016 Luck, and 2018 Luck is a great quarterback when he's on the field, basically. And now, the thing about, I don't know, Deshaun Watson's weird. Like, he's a weird player to evaluate. I'm not just talking about the, like, off-field shit either. Like, and, like, Cam's a weird to evaluate, too, because Cam is not the greatest passer in the world. Like, even when he had, like, the wide receiver talent around him, wasn't the greatest passer in the world. Like, I get it, Steve Smith Steve Smith, like, was still a really good Steve Smith at the end of his career. He had Greg Olsen, like all those guys. But I see Deshaun Watson with like Brandon Cooks, like when he traded DeAndre Hopkins, he had that great year in 2020. And granted, they only won 4 games, but their defense was bad, their coaching was bad, everything around Deshaun Watson was bad. So, I personally usually go with the way better passer, so I'm going with Deshaun, and then I'm cutting him. So,
Okay. All right. That's cool. That's cool. BRF, who you got?
Well, I'm definitely starting Andrew Luck. I mean, I feel like that's the easiest one to choose. But in the chat, that was the only point that I was making as far as like the Cam Newton, Deshaun Watson side of it. I'm gonna bench Cam and cut Deshaun because I felt like between the two, Cam, I felt like had more of a clutch gene to him as a quarterback. Even though he wasn't the greatest passer, he had more of a clutch gene than Deshaun Watson. That's why I'm going to bench Cam and cut Deshaun. But 2018, 19, and 20, Deshaun Watson was one of the baddest dudes on the planet. And it's a shame that his run in Cleveland has overshadowed how good he was in Houston, because that 3-year average from 2018 to 2020, he averaged almost 4,300 yards, 28 touchdowns, and 9 picks with a 69% completion percentage and a QB rating of 104.7. He's one of the baddest dudes. He was one of the baddest dudes on the planet that 3-year stretch. It's just that the Cleveland run has basically destroyed that. The Cleveland run has basically destroyed that because he missed a year because of the injury and all that other stuff. The injury and then the accusations and all that stuff came out, and it's almost like it killed his will. It killed his mental. Like he don't want to like he don't care anymore. It ruined him. It ruined him and it destroyed him. And I don't think he's ever going to be that player he was for those 3 years, because I did a video on TikTok in 2020 at the end of the year, and that was like my first real viral video. I had Deshaun Watson as the 3rd best quarterback in the league after 2020.
I did too. Yeah.
I had him as the 3rd best QB in the league after 2020. I mean, he lost. The Houston Texans lost. They went 4-12. 10 of those losses were single digits.
It's because
it was just one of the most crazy things I've ever seen, because Deshaun Watson threw for almost 5,000 yards that year, and it's just insane how good he was to only put up a 4-12 record. But it's like I said, I bench Cam, I cut Deshaun Watson because I still felt like at the end of the day, Cam could go out there and get you a win. Where even though Deshaun Watson was really, really good, he had like 3 fourth quarter comebacks really in his career. Cam Newton could go out there and get you one if he had to. Doesn't matter whether he was 9 for 20 or if he was just lighting it up. In the 4th quarter, that last drive, he needed to get a game, he could go get it. So that's why I'm benching Cam and I'm cutting Deshaun Watson.
I think
right.
I think it's unfortunate because, granted, dude's a piece of shit. Not like he is Deshaun. But let's say he stays in Houston. He's probably a Hall of Famer at this point.
Hey, that ain't a crazy thing to say.
Because he had already at that point, he had 3 Pro Bowls. And if he never got hurt and just stayed in Houston and all the off-field shit never happened, he's probably going to the Hall of Fame. But unfortunately, just like another what if in NFL history. Like, I think Cam's a what if too. Like, it's kind of funny, Brandon. You put all these guys on here and they're all what ifs.
They're all what ifs.
That's true. That is true. That is true. Well, I don't know about Cam. Why Cam Newton a what if? How else? Because
we got hurt.
Well, I think so. I don't think Cam will ever make the Hall of Fame because his prime is too short. But if 2018, because 2018 was a really good year for Cam, if he never got hurt and had a shoulder injury, we're probably talking another Hall of Famer. So,
Yeah, because he was easily having like his best passing season since his rookie season at 2018 before he messed his shoulder up.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. All right, y'all. Let's get this draft going, bro. Let's get this draft going. Quarterback, running back. Y'all picking quarterback, running back, 2 receivers, tight end, the team's O-line, and the team's defense. It's all current. This is all current. I already got the order. Broad, you got the first pick.
Okay.
You got the first pick. And then it's me, BRF, Kieran, then Champ. But Champ, you got back-to-back.
Y'all always get why do I always get drafted? Why do I always get picked last on your show, dude?
Honestly,
I don't know, Champ. I don't know, Champ.
Conspiracy.
Champ,
Nah,
like,
I don't know.
Honestly, I would rather have the 5th pick so I could go back-to-back.
Yeah, I'm about to say. I agree with Broad. I'd rather be in your spot.
Because now I have to wait till 10 and then 11 and then 20 and then 21 and then 30.
Yeah. Hey,
I might go out for this.
But wait, hold on, Brandon. Who is this
Right,
special guest you were talking about? Because you were like, oh, I want to do one of these.
It was PSP, but he can't. Wow, this is crazy. This is wild.
Hey,
PSP, what's going on?
What's good, fellas? Can y'all hear me?
I spoke his name. Yeah.
Say his name and he
hey,
appears.
Hey, PSP, you wanna be in this draft?
No. The reason why I just wanted to hop on in because y'all were talking about the Jaden Daniels situation. Look, the reason why people are talking about it, look, his mama has been on the record saying that she's worried about them girls getting into Jaden Daniels' pockets. I sent y'all the video on the group chat, so whenever y'all have the chance, basically it's really not that big of a deal. Okay. I mean, Juju Watkins is 19, Jaden Daniels is 24. So his mom is just being protective. She just wants what's best for her son. That's all. No matter how old her son is, no matter how accomplished her son is, in her eyes, she always look at him as her baby. So that's the bottom line. That's the big deal. So it's really not that big of a deal. Really much to do about nothing. I saw Champ's video as always, but I will say this on Champ. You talking about Jane Daniels' mama. Meanwhile, you still think about Joy Taylor and that peanut butter skin. You just can't stop now.
Absolutely.
You just can't stop now.
Hey man, look, like I said on your show, man, I stay in the chocolate factory, man. We always do it. We always, it's like NWA. I'm always into something.
Y'all fellas, y'all continue all great things, man. Proud of y'all. Talk to y'all soon, man.
Oh, wait, hold up, Champ. Are we taking? Is the Snow Buddy aficionado taking a break from the bunnies?
Huh? Don't put my business
I can't believe you even asked that question.
I don't television. Don't put my business.
I can't believe you even asked that question. You know that's a no go. You know he ain't gonna take no break.
That's crazy, bro.
Hey, and leave it to me to be the one to say something. I'm the one. I'm just saying, and leave it to me to say something. I'm the one that got the mixed daughter up in here.
That's crazy. Hey, Broad, who you got?
I'll take a Jay Jettis first pick.
I'm gonna go a different route, I think.
Bro, screw you.
I knew you were gonna take him too.
Bro, you took the third best.
let me take
You took the third best receiver in the league. That's
well,
crazy.
since nobody get him, I'm gonna get Mahomes, bro.
Shut up, Mr. Tyreek Hill, top 10 of all time.
Yeah, he's top 5.
Hey, go ahead, BRF.
I know that you did not just pull a Trey and say that
What?
Tyreek Hill's a top 5 receiver of all time.
I'm joking.
Oh my gosh! How did he even come in this conversation? We
I
know.
was making a joke.
Don't do that, Broad. Don't do that.
Broad, I forgot Trey existed. Why'd you say that name?
Because it was that level of
Bro, come on, bro. Don't do that, man. Brandon, keep the draft, bro.
All right, okay. All right, okay.
Go ahead, BRF. Who you got?
Okay.
Sorry, Dad.
Alrighty. I'm allowed to be a homer for one pick.
First pick? Really?
Give me Bijan Robinson.
Okay.
Oh shit. Okay.
I'm going a different route. Okay, you guys ready? Give me the Lions O-line, baby.
Yeah,
I think you're gonna go there.
Give me the
Who you
Lions.
say?
Give me the
He
Lions.
said Lions offensive line.
Damn.
I ain't even mad at it though.
I'm not mad at it either, but as soon as he
Me
said
neither.
different route, I knew he was going O-line.
Oh, it's
We
my
got
turn.
champ back to back.
Yeah.
Yeah, back
Oh,
to back.
sorry, bro. I'm taking your offensive line, bro.
That's fine.
Wow.
I'm taking the Eagles' offensive line.
Eh,
Best line in the league.
I had to bring up why when you said, "Oh, why you got to do that?" Sorry, Dad.
Let me see.
It's just the way you said it. You just said it like a dad.
Let me see what I got here.
Do it like that.
Let me get the Triple Crown champion on my team, if you don't mind.
Yeah,
Chase?
Yeah, Jamar Chase.
Damn.
If he fell back to me, I would have
Nice.
taken.
Nah, I was gonna get him bro. I was gonna get him.
Pretty sure it's 2 R's.
Oh yeah, 2 R's. Yeah, got it. Go ahead, Kerry.
Oh man. Give me Josh Allen.
Okay.
Lions offensive line with Josh Allen. Oh my God, my team's cooking.
That's a really good team so far.
Yeah, go ahead, BRF.
I might screw it up eventually.
Give me Joe Burrow.
That's a good pick.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna take him.
Yeah, that's a good pick.
Burrow.
That's a good pick. Damn. Well, bro, I'm gonna go your favorite. Sorry, bro. I'm going Saquon.
I was hoping that he was gonna fall because I was gonna take him and another guy back to back. But to be fair, this is also a pretty good combo. Back to back, give me AJ Brown and Derrick Henry.
Damn.
Ooh, nice.
Damn.
Nice.
I ain't gonna lie. Broad is cooking.
AJ back to back, but as soon as you took Saquon, I'm like, all right, I'm taking Derrick Henry.
Yeah, he's cooking. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a.
Oh, take a tight end.
I'm gonna go CD. I'm gonna go CD.
Okay.
I'm gonna go CD.
I'm not gonna say, but the fact that you chose CD over said person and we still on the board is kind of crazy.
No, I think I'm missing someone though. I think I am missing a receiver though.
All right, BRF, who you taking?
Pretty obvious one, by the way.
I'm thinking. Give me the Baltimore Ravens offensive line.
That's a good pick.
Thank you. I won the draft. Give me Tyreek Hill.
That's who I was mentioning, Brandon.
Yeah. That's a good pick. Yeah. Go ahead, Jill. Yeah.
Oh, let me see what we got here. Let me get Scary Terry.
Okay. That's a good pick.
That's not a bad pick.
Scary Terry. And
don't take him, champ.
let me get Mr. Jackson.
Damn.
Thank God.
Yeah, now I ain't gonna lie. If Broad would have had Lamar Jackson with them, man,
I would have won by a landslide.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie, he would have had it. Broad
Okay.
would have had it. Go ahead, Kieran. Go ahead.
Damn.
Okay.
He fell.
Give me Brock Bowers.
Okay.
Man,
You dick.
man. All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
I like that. Where am I gonna go? Give Give me Puka Nacua, wide receiver 2.
Okay.
Okay.
Who did you say?
Oh, wide receiver 2. You said 2. Okay.
Yeah, wide receiver 2, Puka Nacua.
All right. I'm gonna go Tay Adams.
Okay. We knew Brandon was getting Tay eventually.
Yeah. Man, I love my team. I love my team, bro.
God damn it. You know, at tight end, give me Sam Laporta.
Really?
I was actually going to take Sam Laporta. That's a good pick.
And I think this might be a shot in the dark, but they did improve last season. It might be crazy to skip over the Eagles defense, but I'm going to take the Broncos defense.
Okay.
That's not bad.
Not bad at all. Because they got better with Dre Greenlaw. They got scarier.
I'm gonna get George Kittle. I'm gonna get George Kittle.
And Hufanga too. Don't forget him.
Oh, right. Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna get George Kittle. Go ahead, BRF.
My first real kind of shocker. I'm gonna go tight end. Give me Trey McBride.
Oh yeah,
McBride. All right, got it. Trey McBride. I'm tripping. Go ahead, Kieran.
Give me the Eagles defense.
Yeah. Go ahead, champ.
My team is cooking. I don't care.
Let me see. I need a running back. Jahmyr Gibbs.
Woo!
Good job.
Let's see.
Okay.
Let me see something here. Let me see what we got here. Pick wisely.
Champ, I thought you were gonna pick UGA, James Cook.
No. Not this day. Not on this lovely day. Let me get the Texans defense. They had a damn good defense this year.
Yeah, they did. All right, go ahead, Karen.
Give me CMC.
Okay.
CMC.
All right. Okay. Go ahead, BR.
Wide receiver 1. I'll take Malik Neighbors.
Okay.
Brother. Neighbors is good, but I feel like you're missing some guys. It's
all right, now
I like the reason why I picked him is I just feel like his trajectory is like he's one of those that are going to be like really, really good regardless of who his quarterback is. I love receivers like that. It doesn't matter who's throwing in the ball, he's going to get his. I love receivers like that.
all right.
Surprised no one took him because I'm going to take him.
Also, Brandon is ERS.
ER, my fault. I thought I put ERS. I want to say I'm stuck between two because everybody took O-line. No Broad did it. I want to say Bills. Or I'm gonna stick to my gut. I'm gonna go Bills. O-line. Then I'm gonna go Bills. Yeah.
Not bad.
Not bad.
All right, go ahead, bro. That's 2 picks.
Trying to think because like Denver, I could go Tampa, who is an underrated O-line. Like the O-line part, that's the part that scares me. Because obviously I'm not taking Kansas City. Like Chicago, we don't know what the hell that offensive line is going to look like because I haven't played with one another as a unit yet.
Mm-hmm.
Quarterback, like, I don't want to take Justin Herbert, Stroud, or Jalen Hurts. Like, that's the problem. I'm probably going to have to take one of those three guys. God damn it. Yeah, I'm gonna just take Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts.
You should have taken.
I know I could have taken Jane Daniels, but whatever.
All right. The O-line is tough. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Like the Rams is not that good. Neither is the Niners. The Seahawks O-line, that's a joke.
Nah, we good. We good.
No, you're not.
No, I'm saying we good. Like they need mid.
Yeah, like Detroit's already off the board. Baltimore's off the board. Pittsburgh's is meh. Cleveland is not as good as it used to be.
They're really bad. Like now, they're really bad.
I'm like between two because like Denver was a really big part of Bo Nix being able to somewhat succeed this season, but also like Tampa's is low key underrated as shit. Like, is it like the best O line? No, but it's a pretty good offensive line. Yeah, fuck it. I'm taking Tampa.
Yeah, that's why. That was the second one I was thinking, bro. That was literally the second O-line I was thinking. Now for my defense, how was the well no, I ain't going down. I'm gonna go Packers, bro. I'm gonna go Packers.
That's interesting. They're not bad.
They're not bad. They got bullied by the.
I was thinking
they're not bad. They're not bad. Their corners just suck.
So bad.
I was thinking would be.
They're literally made of glass.
I need a defense. Minnesota's.
Yeah, not bad.
Okay.
Wow, none of us took the Rams. That's interesting. The Rams is
I thought about the Rams because they got that defense is an underrated unit. I thought about the Rams, but I just like Minnesota's front seven and how they just get after it.
Hey, Brent, I don't know why you guys make me. I don't know why this guy fell to me because he's top 7 receiver in the league. Give me Nico Collins.
Yeah.
Oh. Midco Collins. But anyways, champ, go ahead.
I know that he didn't have a good year this year, but I'll say David Njoku. My tight end.
Okay.
He didn't have a good year this year, but I'll take
I'm glad nobody did choose Kelsey, bro.
Because he's ass now.
Travis Kelsey. Nobody.
Nobody
chose Travis
Kelsey.
Kelsey is washed.
All right, y'all. Next week, we're gonna do all time draft.
Buddy.
Don't take Michael Vick.
So this is the team. Oh no, not Hold on. I did pick Michael Vick last year, bro. That was hilarious. I'm not
who took Michael Vick last year?
But yeah, here's the team.
It was like Big Ben or Aaron Rodgers was still on the board, and you chose Michael fucking Vick.
I love Vic, but how dare you?
I'm a Falcons fan. I ain't doing that.
I'm saying I'm a Falcons fan. I love Mike Vick to death, but how dare you?
Well,
that's crazy,
wasn't it
bro.
also
but
the
hey,
one? Hold on, wasn't there also the one all-time draft that you took Lamar? Am I tripping? I know.
Lamar? Yeah, I did.
I know someone when we did an all-time draft the one time took Lamar.
Right. I forgot. I forgot who it was.
But anyway,
here's the teams right here, man. So
I think if I had
Lamar
Lamar,
got
I
Jalen
would have won
Hurts.
by a landslide. I still think my team wins, but if I had Lamar, I'm clear cut above all y'all.
Hey, Broad got Jalen Hurts, Derrick Henry, Justin Jefferson, AJ Brown, Sam Laporta, Bucks O-line, defense, Broncos. I got Patrick Mahomes, Saquon, CD, Tay Adams, George Kittle, Bills, Packers. And BRF got Joe Burrow, Bijan, Malik Neighbors, Puka, Trey McBride, Ravens, Vikings defense. Kieran got Josh Allen, CMC, Tyreek Hill, Nico Collins, Brock Bowers, Lions O-line, defense, the Eagles. Chep got Lamar Jackson, Jameer Gibbs, Jamar Chase, Gary Terry, David Njoku. Eagles O-line, defense, Texans. Comment down below, y'all, who y'all got winning this draft.
I don't care. I won.
I think we all did a good job, personally.
Hey, Champ, we need a picture. Or you good?
I got it. I already put it on the story.
Okay. All right. Look.
I will say this. Let me see. You know what? I'm gonna give credit where credit is due. I gotta give this one. Look. I gotta give this one to Brandon.
Oh shit!
What? I give this one to Brandon.
Oh shit!
You got Saquon, CD. You got Saquon, CD Lamb, Devontae Adams. Can't hold in on nobody. Then you got the Bills O line and the Packers defense. So
I got Josh Allen.
I ain't gonna lie, my offense is
bro.
That shit.
Bro, I have Josh Allen with the best O line.
That's true.
Two top 6 receivers, top 5 running back, and the best defense in the league.
I like the way you took the homer route, though, BRL.
Well, I look at the reason I like my team because I'm looking at it from a blocking standpoint, particularly with like the Ravens O-line and Bijan Robinson, who is like arguably the best blocking starting running back in the league last year. I mean, he was insane how good he was already as a blocker. So I'm looking at Joe Burrow being like safe at all times, pretty much, and then throwing it to a guy like Malik Neighbors, and then throwing it to guys like Malik Neighbors and Puka Nacua and Trey McBride, who are all really good at their positions. Like, hey, I personally like what I did with my team. I don't toot my horn much, but I like what I did with my team.
That's true. It's true. But hey, man, I ain't gonna lie, in the chat right now. Chat, they saying you won. Kenny got you winning. Me or
ow.
Kenny's a bot. Kenny's a bot, bro.
Luis got
no,
Kieran.
don't do that to kid. Don't do that to hot take.
Second.
Luis got Kieran. Let's see.
Kenny just flipped his pick to Kieran.
Yeah.
I don't think he saw the Eagles defense.
He didn't.
Right, he did it. But hey, man, that includes the end of the show. Yo, any last words before we head out, y'all?
Hey, always a privilege, a pleasure, and an honor to be on here with the greatest minds of sports, man. Make sure when one of y'all make it, get y'all own company. You call your boy, give me a job. You know what I'm talking about? So
yeah, got that right. For sure, champ. Brad, any last words?
Man, it's always fun coming up on the show. Just the antics that we always do, making each other laugh, just shooting the shit. That's the type of podcast you want to have. You want to have fun, but also be somewhat serious at times. But just like I think everybody in here would agree, we are just patiently waiting for Duke to crumble in the tournament.
Facts.
Fuck you. They're my pick. Come on, bro. I need to win some money, bro.
Nah, let's go, bro.
Kieran, you a Duke fan?
No, I'm not. I just picked them.
I was about to say, I ain't know that.
Nah,
I'm
Kieran,
a Syracuse fan. They suck. So.
I picked the Gators, bro. I need them to win.
Bro, I picked UConn over Florida. I'm an idiot. But anyway. Yeah, it was close. It was close. But yeah, it's always fun. I'm glad I'm back. I haven't been on in a few weeks. But pleasure to talk to Champ, BRF, and Broad, talking about some bullshit, and Brandon has to deal with all of it. It's always fun.
Man. It's crazy, man. It's crazy, bro. Shout out. I love the laugh stuff.
Oh wait, no, actually, one more thing I want to add because we didn't talk about this because I made a joke about it with Jameis. Oh, the Lord has blessed me to be the leader of another shithole known as the New York Giants.
Martin Luther
Shout out
King.
Brandon, man.
Yeah.
Shout out Brandon, man. I know we got we probably got basketball on Wednesday, so I'll be there.
Yeah, probably. Hopefully, Wednesdays be the hardest days, bro. For some reason, like I be working all that type stuff. But hey, it is what it is. But you all have any last words?
Oh yeah, man. Hey, it's always a pleasure to hop on the third down with you, Brandon. Man, you doing your thing. Hey, champ, always brother from another mother. I gotta rock. I gotta rock with you. And quick plug: every Saturday, 9/8 Central, YouTube, Undisputed Ghost Sports Podcast. Y'all need to come check it out because we rocking it out. So we'll be back next week. Rock it out. Always a pleasure to get on here with Broad. Always a pleasure to get on here with Kieran. It's just, man, this podcast. I mean, I just enjoy podcasts where everybody generally like down for each other. You know what I'm saying? Generally like each other. We can cut up with each other and just shoot it all we want. But at the end of the day, we generally respect each other. And I feel like that it brings the best out of all of us when we do shows like this. So I'm just happy to be a part of the ride, and I'm just ready to see this thing rolling for all of us to get big and do the damn thing, and just hey, I'm enjoying it. I am always enjoying it, and definitely gonna do this some more with you. I got to get back on here myself. I got to get some more content rolling out. So definitely shout out to all you brothers, man. I'm wishing y'all the best, man. Y'all keep doing your thing.
For sure. Hey, man, for all the people here, man, make sure y'all hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Till next time, we are out. Peace out, man.